What is your definition of creativity? How do you define it?
I define creativity as a process of creating new things that in turn create shareholder value for the Coca-Cola company.
What do you think about marketing activities of Coca-Cola in Turkey? How do you perceive Coca-Cola's creative journey in Turkey?
I am a huge fan of the marketing outlook that we're doing here in Turkey. I think we've spent the last couple of years going through organisational change and recruiting people into the right talent, and I think you've started to see, or certainly I've started to see now, some really, really cool liquid and linked ideas coming out of the Turkish business unit. My favourite would be what we did with Rock and Coke, with Tarek. I thought it was absolute genius having this gypsy musician singing about the fact that he's not invited. I just thought it was amazing. I mean, honestly, I think it's creative genius. And then when we finally actually put him on stage at Rock and Coke Festival, it was pure joy.
Do you have any message for the Turkish creatives handling Coca-Cola?
Yeah, I do. I want the Turkish creatives handling Coca-Cola to do bigger work, braver work. I'd love them to frighten us as an organisation. I'd like them to bring us ideas that my Turkish team is saying, oh, not sure that we can do that, because through doing it we will see quite how far the creative agenda from Turkey can go. And I'd really, really like it if over the next year my Turkish team with the creators in Turkey can give me an idea that I can take out of Turkey and put in different markets all around the world.
Which country is doing exceedingly good creative work for Coca-Cola in recent years?
In recent years, the region that does amazing creative work for Coca-Cola is Latin America, and the country in Latin America that has won more awards is Brazil. Now, what's really interesting about the Brazilian people is they are stubbornly optimistic, they are the happiest nation in the world, and they always love it when they bring people together. And they're the things that are in common with Coca-Cola. We're stubbornly optimistic, we're the happiest brand in the world, and amazing things happen when we bring people together. So it doesn't surprise me that the Brazilians have found a creative code on Coca-Cola that seems to always win in international awards.
Coca-Cola is remunerating the work of the agencies with value-based compensation, VBC. This means agencies are rewarded for hitting big targets, but stand to receive nothing at all if they are missed. How this system affects agencies? Doesn't this make them less likely to take creative risks?
It's a very good point. I want to correct a couple of things. First of all, we'll pay the agency's cost regardless of VBC. So the agencies get their costs met, but what is in the pay for performance is their margin, so their profit. So we don't want agencies to make a loss in our business at all. But what we do want to do is allow the agencies that do great things in terms of creative work to almost double their profit potential on our business. And I truly believe in the correlation of the greater a creative output, the greater, particularly in our business, the greater consumers, teenagers particularly, reward us with sales. So I would argue that VBC allows creatives who do great work to earn double their profit potential.
Could you please comment on Coca-Cola's being 2013 Cannes Lions Marketer of the Year? What is the secret formula of this success?
Well, the first thing that I'd like to do is just thank the creative industry for working so hard on Coca-Cola company brands to help us get to the Creative Marketer of the Year. Personally, it's been a career ambition of mine to take that award home, and because of hundreds and hundreds of creative people all around the world, we were able to do it this year, and I'm eternally grateful. It was a career highlight. I think the secret formula for our creative reputation right now is, first of all, we want to inspire the world's finest creative minds to come and work on our business. Secondly, we want to inspire belief in the creative potential of Coca-Cola. And thirdly, we have to, as an organisation, embrace risk-taking. And I think if we've got the right creative minds, believing in the brand, and taking the right strategic risks, then we'll continue to win creative awards.
How have you adapted your marketing focus to meet the challenge of social and digital media?
Social and digital media have created a massive opportunity for brands, because for the first time ever, the voice of the people who really do own our brands, can be amplified. And what I love about what social media are doing is it's giving teenagers, particularly, the platform to tell their own creative stories. So my role as a creative leader of Coca-Cola is to inspire teenagers to tell their own stories, upload their own films, upload their own pictures, make their own tweets about the joy and happiness that Coca-Cola can bring in their lives. And then what I need to do is shine a light on the best of that and curate the best of that, so it inspires other teenagers to do the same thing. And it's a fantastic, fantastic position to be in, particularly on a brand like Coca-Cola, harnessing the voice of teenagers around the world is beautiful.
Could you please comment on the Nick Can's work, Live TVs, on the TV? Let's Eat Together?
Do I know the Let's Eat Together?
Yes.
Ah, right, yes, okay. Right. So first of all, I love the idea that meals and food and Coca-Cola can bridge the social divide. I love that. It's fantastic when everybody comes around the table and shares a great meal together. I also thought that the different stories about what happens in the north of the country and the south of the country with food and everything, the food might be different and the politics might be different, the social politics around the dinner table might be different, but the one good thing, which is always the same, is Coca-Cola. I really love it.
Coca-Cola has entered obesity debate. What has been done so far to tackle obesity globally, and how did this effort result?
Yeah, we've taken 4 key initiatives very, very seriously to help the world turn back the tide on obesity. We are not satisfied in the obesity statistics, and we want to be seen as a genuine provider of education, inspiration and solutions. So we've done 4 things. First of all, we are very, very aggressive on our no marketing to children. So we actively do not market to children under the age of 12. Secondly, we are very, very committed to educating people all around the world on the calorie content of our beverages. Thirdly, we are committed to making sure that wherever you go in the world there's a no calorie or 0 calorie version of all of our beverages. And fourthly, and most importantly and most challengingly, is we want to give teenagers particularly access to a more active, healthy lifestyle. So doing things like the Copa Football Cup, which is a global initiative to allow kids the access to play more football in a better organised situation. Those kind of initiatives you're going to start to see much, much more of from Coca-Cola.
My last question is, Coca-Cola is a 126 years old company. How do you manage to keep its spirit still young and energetic?
Well, it's interesting because my chief exec, Ken, he always says, we are not 127 years old, we are 127 years young. And I was like, okay, right, okay, that's interesting. And what he's, our heritage is a beautiful thing, our history is a beautiful thing, but all of us who work at Coke don't really think about what happened in the past, we think about what's going to happen in the future. And are we doing the right strategic work and the right creative work so the next generation of marketeers have as great a platform to stand on as we have. So it's all about us being kind of constructively discontent and keeping an eye on our past, but really, really pushing ourselves into the future.
One last request. Some of our readers couldn't be here. They didn't have this chance to listen your speech. Can you say something about your speech? A brief?
For those that can't be here, I would just like to say a lot of the content that I'm going to present today can be found on YouTube by just YouTube searching Content 2020, and in there you'll see the Coca-Cola company's kind of creative agenda laid out for the next 5 years. My invitation is that I hope that work will inspire you all to think more strategically and more creatively about your own projects and the work that you're working on for different advertisers. And I hope that you use it to do better work and to convince clients and other people in the advertising industry that creativity is something that every single brand should be doing, and creativity can be a wonderful, exciting and rewarding place when you do brave new ideas. Thank you.